Hello everyone, this is Michael Cheek with MikesGuitarLessons.com. Today we're going to start The Pretender by the Foo Fighters. Now, the song actually starts out with kind of a more complicated intro than the rhythm that comes right after it. So I'm going to show you that rhythm that starts right after the intro kind of gets done. And I'm going to have all the other videos. I'm going to have the intro to the song and all the parts that belong in the song on my website at MikesGuitarLessons.com. Please go at least check it out. I do have sample lessons there too. And if you have any questions, you can reach me by using the Contact Us link on the website, or you can email me straight at feedback@MikesGuitarLessons.com. But check it out. Worked really hard on the website to make it cool and really informative and all that kind of stuff for anybody who wants to check it out. So let's go ahead and get started. Now the section that you're going to learn here, I just wanted to point it out by playing it on the computer real fast so you can hear exactly what section I'm talking about. So here it goes. This right here. Okay, now I kind of played along with it a little bit there, but it's not the high part, you know, all that stuff. It's the rhythm that's going on underneath that. What that basically is this section here. And then it starts over. So that's what I want to show you. Okay? Now, we're going to start off pretty much just with an A minor chord. So if you know what that chord is, you can fast forward a little bit. But the A minor is going to be open on the E string. Okay? Let me turn a little bit more this way so you can see. There we go. Open on the E string. And you're going to take your first finger and put it on the first fret of the B string, playing that note. Take your third finger and put it on the second fret of the G string, the third string, and take your middle finger and put it on the second fret of the D string. Okay? And this A string is open. We're not going to play this thickest E string here, so use your thumb to mute it. Like that. Okay? So, that's going to be our first chord. Okay? Now, before we get into the rhythm, let's find out what the other chords are, okay? I'm not so much interested in the chord names as I am. They are versions of chords that you might recognize if you already know your chords, but let's just go ahead and get to learning them. You're not going to play the E string on this one, the lowest E string, but you're going to take your third finger and put it on the third fret of the B string, okay? That second string from the bottom. Take your middle finger and put it on the second fret of the G string. It's the third string from the bottom. And then take your first finger and skip these next two strings and put it on the second fret of the E string. Okay? And you're going to just kind of let this third finger touch that E string on the bottom so that it doesn't ring. Okay? Alright? Now all your other notes are playing. I actually usually mute this A string, but you can let it ring if you want to. And that's your next chord. So if you want to, you can have that A string playing, but don't worry about it if it mutes on accident, because I actually like the way that sounds better. Anyways, okay, now our third chord we're going to get to is this one. So what you're going to do here is not play the E string, okay? But we are going to take our first finger and play the B string in the second fret. I'm sorry, the first fret. Take your first finger and put it on the first fret, and let your finger mute that E string that's underneath it, just by barely touching it. Okay? Now we're going to skip the G string, and then we're going to take our pinky and put it on the third fret of the D string. Then we're going to take our third finger and put it on the third fret of the A string. And we're going to use our thumb just to mute this E string. We don't need to play it. Okay? So, it's a five note chord. Okay? Sorry about that. There we go. Alright, so let me get a little better angle here, and we're going to work on that rhythm a little bit. Okay? So I would wait and practice your chords first, and then play these chords that you've learned with the rhythm. Now we're just going to call this the first chord, then we'll have the second chord, and then the third chord. They are versions of other chords. I mean, this is an A minor, this is basically a D, but we're playing it a little bit different. And this is basically a C, but not exactly. So, I mean, there are versions of those chords. But let's start with the first chord. And the rhythm you're going to play is like this. You're going to have 2 strums in a row, kind of quick like that. And then you're going to stop the notes by touching those strings. So 1, 2, and then you're going to have 4 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now I usually go up and down, so I go like that. But you can go all down. Okay? Then you're going to do that again. Now you're going to switch to your second chord. So switch to that one. And you're going to play the same rhythm, but you're just going to, this time you're going to do it once. And then you're switching to your third chord. And you're going to play this rhythm just once. A little trick here, if you have trouble muting that E string, you can do what I do and let your pinky touch that string under here and just strum with your fingers. And that way, you know, you don't have to move your whole hand, you just kind of move your fingers and your pinky can stay still and touch that E string, the skinny one, and mute it. Like that. And I don't have to worry about that one playing. So, after you do that, you just repeat the whole thing over and over again. So, again, first chord. Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to play the E string there. Here it goes. And we switch to our second chord. And then we switch to our third chord. And then we start over for the repeat. You just repeat that over and over again. So that's all we're going to learn for this lesson, but I am going to make other videos right after this one for all the parts of the song. It's definitely a good one to play, and you can play all the way through it. It's not too complicated of a song, so it's not a bad one for beginners or intermediate people to play. I wouldn't say very new beginners, but you know, once you feel like you are ready for a little bit of a challenge, it's a good one. So again, please go to the website. It's mikesguitarlessons.com, and I hope to see you there.